In this video, I'll show you how to edit a recipe bundle from a pre-done template. So if you head over to the left-hand panel and go to this recipe bundle section here, underneath that, you'll see the sub-tab labeled Explore. This is where you'll find all of our templates. So these are pre-done recipe bundles that were already made for you that you can use with your clients. We have them based on different dietary restrictions and also based on different themes such as healthier desserts or make-ahead meals. So you can take a scroll through here and see what resonates with you and if you could use any of these in your practice. Now let's go over to this metabolism reboot. Let's say we wanted to use this recipe bundle. We liked it and we wanted to use it, but there were a few things that we wanted to change. Now, depending on what you're doing, it could be easier to change it directly from here, or you could copy over the bundle and make some more drastic changes. If you want to make some simple changes, let's say your client can't eat almonds, right? And we have this chocolate almond protein shake. What you can do is you can hit Edit Replace Recipe right from within the recipe bundle template. I'm going to copy and edit this recipe. And then from here, I'm going to take out the almond milk and I'll replace it with something different. Let's say just oat milk. I'm going to put oat milk in here and we'll select the oat milk, 1 cup, save, and now you'll see here we have the oat milk as an ingredient. You can move it to the top if you'd like, however you want that to look. Now it's at the top here, right where the almond milk used to be. Now you will want to make sure that you go into the directions section and also change out anything that you adjusted here. Now in these particular directions, it just says add all ingredients to a blender and then blend until smooth and creamy. So I'm not going to adjust anything here, but if it had listed out some of the ingredients, including the almond milk, I might want to change that over by hitting the edit button here and making any changes to the directions. Also, your macros will adjust and your nutrition facts will adjust when you make any changes to the ingredients. Now, when I hit save, it will ask me to rename this recipe. So I'm just going to put edited in here, but you can give it a different name. Maybe, well, for this particular example, let's do this instead. We'll add chocolate oat protein shake instead of chocolate almond protein shake. I'll hit save. And now it's going to ask me to rename the bundle because now it's a different bundle. It's no longer the template. It's your unique recipe bundle because you've made changes. So in this case, I'm just going to put edited. And that way you'll be able to find it now in your My Bundles section. So when I hit save, this is going to go ahead and save over to the My Bundles section. Now here we are, we're still within this same bundle here, and you can make any additional changes you want without creating a whole new recipe bundle from it. So if I wanted to edit this recipe here as well, let's say I wanted to take out the chia seeds. I'm just going to delete that here. Again, make any adjustments to the recipes that you want. It will ask me again to change the title of this recipe. So I'll put edited and then save, and it will save within this same recipe bundle so that those two changes that I just made to two different recipes will stay all within this one bundle. So now you have your edited recipe bundle. That's how your client would want it. That works with your philosophy of coaching, and you can send it on over to your client. Now, to send it over to your client, you can either share it as a link. If you go to the share button here and hit share via a link, toggle this on, hit the copy button, and then send it on over to your client as a link. So you can attach this in any newsletters and any emails that you're sending out. You can attach this onto your website if you have a gateway where you're asking for people's emails and then you're going to give them access to a free bundle perhaps, or maybe a purchased bundle. You can have this there as well too, for an easy way for them to download it. You can also download it as a PDF. If you hit this export button here, this will download it now as a PDF. If you wanted to remove entire recipes and swap out recipes, so you want to add new recipes and take away recipes, the easiest way to do that would be to copy over this entire bundle. So once this exports, we'll just give it one more second to export here. Then we'll be able to copy the bundle. So here it is. Here's the exported version of it. This is how it would look like as a PDF if you downloaded it as a PDF. Again, this will all show up with your own branding. So whatever colors you chose, whatever fonts you chose, that's how this will show. Your business name and your website and your logo will all show up at the bottom. Now, if I head back over here, Now I'm going to copy this entire recipe bundle. So now I have that same recipe bundled, but I'm inside of the editor. So inside here, I could take out entire recipes. So let's say my client doesn't like smoothies. I can just go ahead and delete that recipe and replace it with something else. So if I go to this filter button here, I'm going to put breakfast in the tag section because we're looking for a breakfast recipe. And maybe I want to have, let's see, inside, maybe I also want to have the tag of gut healthy. Let's say, for example, for the nutrition data, maybe I'm looking for a meal that has a certain number of calories or a certain number of fat. You know, however you want to adjust these is how you can do it. Maybe I want to make sure that they're getting at least 7 grams of fiber in the morning. And then I can go ahead and hit apply. So those recipes that fit with those parameters will show up here, and then I can simply just drag and drop them into this and hit save if I like. So now we have our new recipe bundle. And again, you can go ahead and you can make any additional changes to individual ingredients once you're in this section. So I hope that helps. Go ahead and start making your own unique recipe bundles.